We Have Concerns provides you with joy, we hope.
Yeah, we hope. We never check in to see.
Value?
Yeah, we'd like that.
Well, we would love some joy and value in return in the form of money. Can we have some money?
Yeah, give us some money. Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
I'm a disgusting human being.
Well.
I am 90% sweat and 10% derision. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Cannata.
Hi, Anthony Carbone.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Hey, do you guys like otters?
I don't know if I do. I saw an adorable show with otters at SeaWorld when I was a kid that I absolutely loved, where they turned them into like a vaudeville comedy duo. And one was even like the straight man. Like, they really trained these otters, and I thought that was pretty adorable.
I think most people think otters are adorable.
I like that they hold hands while they lay backwards and float.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Well, it turns out otters are terrible.
Oh.
This is a story on Vox that was sent to us by Andrew. Andrew sent it to us to wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com.
You could also send that to wehaveconcerns.reddit.com. We're not picky.
No, we like that. And the genesis of this story is the fact that Zooey Deschanel is going to name her kid Otter, I guess, Elsie Otter. And the reason is that she says, oh, my husband and I just love otters. Everybody loves otters.
Don't fucking do that.
Elsie Otter. So Vox took it upon themselves to explain to Zoe and the rest of us why otters are terrible. And it turns out they are.
The internet found out somebody was doing something and was like, yo, here's why you're wrong.
Yeah,
because that's what the
that.
internet does. Oh, is that an adorable thing that you want to do in your own life that's not hurting anybody?
Let's ruin it.
What's up?
We're going to ruin it.
Thanks, internet.
So this is some information I did not know about otters. It turns out... Well, there's two big types of otters. There's river otters and sea otters. Mm-hmm. Sea otters mostly only hang out in Japan, Russia, not near us. If you've seen an otter in North America, chances are it's a river otter.
Okay.
Almost 100%. So, but they're both awful. Both kinds are awful. So, otters regularly attack humans. River otters do.
Why?
Don't know.
What were the humans doing?
A 2011 study found 39 anecdotal reports of river otter attacks in North America, 35 of which occurred after 1980.
I like when a study's results are anecdotal.
Well,
we've run a study, and anecdotally...
yeah, I know, right? But, so, they do attack humans. Sea otters...
When they attack you, how do they attack you, I wonder?
I don't know. I think biting, mostly.
Whoa.
Because they got those sharp otter teeth.
They know to grip and crush things.
They do. Have you ever seen an otter with abalone?
I'm picturing an otter that just grabs somebody by the head and just knees them in the face, like in a 16-bit beat-em-up game. Like
like Final Fight.
Yeah, Streets of Rage or Fatal. Just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's, that's Steven Seagal the otter. Steven Seagal Otter. I don't know.
It's a great portmanteau.
Thanks.
Put that one away for later.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So sea otters have never been recorded as attacking humans, but they have.
But we don't live in the sea.
True. They in the Bronx Zoo, they once killed a monkey, and with whom they shared
just
an
to
exhibit.
watch him die.
Just to watch him die. And they also, off the coast of British Columbia, sea otters raped and murdered a dog.
Okay, that's the one that gets me. Okay, so here's the thing. Animals be killing animals. That's what animals do. When you tell me an otter attacks a person, I think...
Person was probably poking it.
Yeah, person
Or
was probably...
making fun of it.
Or at least in its space, right? Like, oh, I'm up in your space, animal. And the animal's like, well, now I have to defend my space. Thanks a lot for making me do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you tell me that otters get together to gang rape...
Yep.
That is a decision. That is a moral decision by the otters.
Yeah.
Those otters... got together, probably had a few otter drinks, are terrible people to begin with.
Oh, they start carrying on. They're having a good time. It's all, fun and games for a while, but then it turns real dark.
It's real
fast. And the results are despicable.
What was the breed of dog?
I'm not quite used to thinking that maybe if it was a poodle, it was kind of asking for it.
No. I like as many details as possible.
Well, it turns out that this is not a rare thing, that otters sea otters and river otters are serial rapists.
Well, we know that. I mean, so monkeys are rapists, dolphins are rapists,
Yeah.
otters are rapists. Now, here's something that I don't like to draw a connection between, but I have wondered. Is there a connection between animals that we find intelligent and animals that are rapists?
Oh man, I hope not. Wouldn't that mean bad things? Wouldn't that, we have to infer that intelligence leads to some sort of terrible domination instinct?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
either.
we only hear about, I would think that we only hear about it in, I can't imagine all animal sex is consensual. I can't imagine most animal sex is consensual.
Yeah.
But I like that you said that so sadly.
It's very sad to me, right? I feel like most stuff in nature isn't consensual.
Yeah.
Just like I'm going to eat you. You didn't really get my consent on that one.
But I
didn't
think
sign the form.
We only are fascinated by the fact that terrible animal behaviors happen in animals that we consider intelligent or adorable.
Yeah.
Because we're like, how could they?
Right.
And it's
I understand why the hyena is a terrible thing. Look at its face.
Yeah, fuck you, hyena.
Yeah.
You rapist.
But an otter? No. How could it?
You can put an otter in a little bowler cap. I saw it at SeaWorld.
It's adorable.
How could you, otter? You were in a bowler cap.
He just seems so nice and quiet in the zoo. I never really suspected that he was that kind of otter.
I don't think any animals are particularly good-natured. Can I just say that?
Is that you really? You
Well,
don't think what about a puppy dog?
I mean, they
What about
are.
a kitten?
I mean, they are and they aren't. Like, I think they are, but I also think that animals are animals and they need to survive and do animal things, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm always arguing for animal intelligence. You know that. But I
Right.
also feel like niceness is a cool
dumb things.
is for dumb things. No, I think niceness is good, but I think animals really draw the line, you know, because there's so much more survival shit going on in the
Yeah.
animal kingdom where they're just like, nice. Okay, feeling a little threatened, gonna kill you.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause animal.
Because nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it turns out that this journal, Aquatic Mammals, documented.
Oh, I subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new issue is amazing.
The acrostic in the back was really hard this month.
It really was. They documented about 19 cases of sea otters attacking baby seals and raping them.
Fuck, man. Don't make us pick between sea otters and baby seals. Don't make us do that.
Yeah. So the sea otter literally raped this pup and then held its head underwater until it died. And also had sex with it after it was dead.
Man, fuck otters.
Right?
Fuck otters, man. This is too much.
And so another study found that 11% of sea otters found dead on the California coast were killed, at least in part, by trauma associated with mating. They like it rough, the sea otters.
Do you think there's a Law and Order SVU for otters?
Yes.
And there's like a tiny otter Stabler and a tiny otter Benson, and they find the otter corpses like that,
And they're just like, again with the traumatic mating.
and it's ruining like Otter Stabler's home life. He's like a good dude, but it's making him come unhinged.
You know way more about SVU than I do.
Otter Iced Tea shows up, and he's got like a platitude about the streets.
The thing about Otter Iced Tea is that I think he's good, but I kind of preferred him when he had more of an otter edge to him. Like
Sure.
younger Otter Iced Tea when he was really, disrupting the music community.
It makes you wonder, he's out there in the beginning talking about stealing abalone
Yeah.
and drowning a bitch.
Yeah.
And like, but was he playing a character? Because he's playing a character now, you know?
That controversial song, Fuck the Coast Guard.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about,
Literally fucking the Coast Guard.
literally fucking them until they die.
You would think it was like a figurative, like, hey man, the Coast Guard sucks
No.
and here's why. No,
He was advocating
Remember
for-
that otters are rapists.
So to your point, the end of this article asks if other species do this kind of stuff, rape and necrophilia, and it turns
Yes. Yes, of course.
out a lot of them do.
Most of them.
Many of which you mentioned already: orangutans, chimpanzees, bottlenose dolphins, ducks. Do you know that ducks?
Dude, do you know that ducks are just the fucking worst?
It turns out they are.
No, They are mean, hissing, horrible fuckers.
But they look so cute when they like guide their little ducklings across the street.
They got a corkscrew penis, dog, and they fire it out of them. They fire their corkscrew penis. Listen to me very carefully, Jeff.
People in glass houses
shouldn't fire their corkscrew penis to the walls because they're delicate.
Right.
They shoot the penis out and it uncoils and it goes into the lady duck and they kind of like use it like a grappling hook. And it's like,
wow.
And it's like, now we're mating. Now we're mating.
Wow.
And when I grew up,
they get around the city that way too?
I grew up like take turns like a tandem bike. One person does the work half the time.
Yeah.
I grew up on, you could call it a pond. You could call it a lake. It was a retention pond. Like, let's not fuck with ourselves. Like, let's not pretend I lived in a nicer neighborhood than I did. I lived in Florida in front of this algae-covered retention pond.
Nice. Sweet.
And, yeah. It was,
has a view of algae-covered retention pond in the listing.
It's fucking disgusting. And we had Muscovy ducks. Do you know Muscovy ducks?
I don't. I've never heard of that.
Muscovy ducks look like their faces look like Freddy Krueger. They're the black ducks with like the red mess all over their faces.
Oh, wow.
And they are mean.
Well,
and they come at children and they try to attack them with their fucking razor teeth because they got razor teeth in there.
They do have razor teeth and corkscrew penises.
And when they shit, Jeff. When a duck shits.
Oh God.
It's like a super soaker spray. It just comes out in like a.
You do not want to be standing near that.
It's gross.
Oh,
Ducks
God.
are the grossest animals, and I hate them.
Wow.
I don't hate a lot of animals, Jeff.
You
know me. I love animals.
Yeah,
Ducks.
you do.
Ducks.
Ducks and octopi. That's your two nemesis.
Get rid of ducks 2016.
Well, it sounds like ducks are even worse than otters, but I got 2 more facts about otters I want to share with you from the bottom of this article.
Sure.
Male otters sometimes hold their pups ransom to force their mothers to give up some of their food.
Huh? Well, okay. Okay. Let's talk about cause and effect. We're a family. Why aren't we sharing the food? Why are you?
Well, I mean, we're gonna hold the kids ransom?
Laura, why are you making me do this?
I'm not making you do that.
Why are you making me do this? I just want to eat.
I'm just trying to feed my children first.
We all gotta eat, Laura, and if I eat, it's not an either or proposition.
Let go of Philip.
No.
Let go of him.
Let go of the abalone.
Philip, do you want Dad to hold you like that around the throat?
I'm scared.
I didn't think so.
I'm scared.
Can you listen to your son, please?
I'm listening. Will you listen to me?
Yes.
You're doing this. You're making this happen.
Some of us are going to eat first, and if there's any left over, maybe the person who raped me will get some.
I don't like where this is going. I'm stopping the sketch. I don't like where that's going, and I'm stopping it.
The other thing about otters is that they all have swine flu. 70% have H1N1. So have fun petting that otter that wants to rape you.
It's otter herpes.
It's terrible.
They're
terrible.
Herpes. Most of the human race has herpes.
Yeah.
It's otter herpes. They all got the swine flu.
It's pretty bad.
But can they pass that to us?
That is unclear. It depends on how much abalone you eat, I guess.
This is really funny because we have these. What I love about this entire story is we have these cartoony Sanrio ideas of what animals are.
Yeah.
And we choose a wild animal and we decide that it is an adorable wild animal based on a picture, a GIF, a something.
Size of eyes relative to face.
Yeah, all of the cute things. Like sloths, right? Like, the internet loves a sloth, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a sloth documentary on Netflix right now. My wife starts watching it. She's like, oh my God, look at this baby sloth. This is the best documentary of baby sloth. I leave for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I can't wait until she finds out. And I come back and she's like, do you know that sloths are covered in algae and bugs and they're a self-contained ecosystem and they go down in the ground to shit so they can get more bugs on them? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Nature ain't pretty.
Sorry. Sorry, internet.
Yeah.
Sorry, that adorable picture. Like, what was the other one of that giant, like, lemur-esque creature that, like, there's a video of it in a cage eating leaves. And it's like, motherfucker, that thing has poisonous fangs. And it hates you.
So, is our position that no thing in nature is nice? Because I don't think that's true. Ponies are nice and And there's things that are nice.
Kids, listen to me. At its core,
Puppies and
every single living thing
bunny
is
rabbits. What
evil.
about bunny rabbits?
Every single living thing is evil and dead on the inside.
Huh.
That's where we're at.
Well, here's some good news about otters. It sounds like otters are really helpful in fighting catastrophic climate change. Here's the equation.
Because they're doing a lot of research. They're doing a lot of protests.
Yeah,
they're getting the
they're
word
really
out
getting
there.
organized.
They work the phone banks.
Yeah.
A lot of otters live in red states, and they're really fighting for policy change.
It's great. That whole hashtag that they came up with, otters for climate change.
The problem is, every time an otter becomes a civic leader, you find a dead otter hooker in its trunk.
Well, that's why they can't stay in office very long. And really, that's why it has to be a grassroots thing.
Yeah.
Because honestly, their morality is questionable.
They don't pass a background check. No. How are otters helping?
More otters means fewer sea urchins. Fewer sea urchins equals more kelp. More kelp is less global warming. That's the equation.
Well, there you go.
So, you know what? If some baby seals have to die on the way, I guess, let the otters have their way. They're kind of like our Dexter. They're kind of our Dexter, you know?
Sure,
like
they're doing evil, but they're trying to do it in the best way they can.
Exactly. They, you know, there's going to be some corpses along the way. There's going to be some stuff you don't want to hear about, really. But maybe it'll end up with a better world for all of us. So
Doubt
thanks, otters.
it. Doubt it. I don't know. How do you guys feel about otters? And is there an animal that you thought was adorable and wonderful, and then when you found out about it, found out that it was a terror monster from the pits of hell? We would love to know.
Yeah.
You can let us know on Twitter.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
I'm at A. Carboni. And you can hashtag those...
Otters for climate change.
That's a long hashtag.
I know,
And we're going to
but
make you do it.
That's why the otters haven't been doing too well with that campaign.
So let's pick up from them. And hey, you liking the show?
I'm not certain you're not talking to me at this point. Because you pause like you want me to answer.
Nope. I am definitely talking to the audience.
Damn it.
If you guys are liking the show.
At some point, you're going to be talking to me about this, right? At some point, you want to know how I feel about it.
No. How you feel about the show actually never enters into my head. Is that weird?
Yet.
Sure, on an infinite timeline, right? If you do like the show, why not, God damn you, head to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating.
Oh my gosh, those 5-star ratings are so helpful. We really appreciate them.
They're going to ask you to leave a review.
Well, don't. It's stupid.
It's stupid. Nobody reads the reviews. They're terrible. It's dumb to leave a review. What you can do is tell me a story about a duck.
Yes.
Give us 5 stars.
Duck stories.
And tell us your best duck story.
Yeah, I want to read duck stories.
Duck stories, everybody. 2016.